You know who it is, and you know what time it is. Time to piss off some feminists, trad cucks, and whoever don't want to know the truth. Oh well, let's get started.
What is going on, gents? It's R.P.M. here, reporting from Radio Central. Night Jackal sent me a very interesting video over on BitChute. Looked at it, looked at the article, and there's a similarity between this article and another article that I'm going to talk shortly about. And I'm going to explain the connection between the two. Now, the first article was published on the 2nd of July. Police officer filmed punching black woman at Miami International Airport. The police department in Miami-Dade has dismissed 2 officers after one punched a black woman at Miami International Airport. The department ordered an investigation into the incident on Wednesday night when a video dated the 1st of July was shared online. Miami-Dade Police Director Alfredo Ramirez III wrote on Twitter, "A lot of people need to get the hell off of social media," that he was quote unquote shocked and angered at the video, which showed an argument between 2 masked cops and 1 black woman. Yeah, they have to drive the point that she was black home, and there's a reason why. Mr. Ramirez said on Wednesday that the video had been sourced via a police body cam at the scene. Actions such as these undermine the hard work that we have invested in our community and causes my heart to break for our community and for the vast majority of our officers who dedicate their lives to serving our county, said Mr. Ramirez. I've immediately initiated an investigation and ordered that the officers involved be relieved of duty, he's added. The video shows the black woman telling one Miami-Dade officer that he was quote unquote, and this is very important, gentlemen. This is extremely important, and I'm going to definitely dive into this. Quote unquote, acting like you white when you really black. I want to say that one more again. She basically told this guy he was acting like he was white even though he was black. She then approaches him and asks, "What you gonna do?" Now, gentlemen, we have seen this behavior in many a video from black women. The officer hits the woman seconds later and pushes her to the floor of what appeared to be the check-in area at Miami's International Airport. 2 officers are seen to intervene as the 3rd Miami-Dade officer, wearing the body cam, rushes towards them and assists in her arrest. The officer who threw the punch can be heard telling his colleagues, "She headbutted me," despite the video suggesting otherwise. Mr. Ramirez added on Wednesday that Miami-Dade County Attorney Catherine Fernandez-Rundle has been asked to assist in the police department's investigation. The incident comes amid more than 2 months of nationwide protests against systemic racism and police violence since the Minneapolis police murdered George Floyd on May 25th. Now, I'm going to talk about the second article. And I want you guys to really do a deep dive into this one because there is so much information that is purposefully omitted. Now, this article was published on the 3rd of July. White couple charged for threatening black family. Now, when you look at this title alone, it's meant to be divisive. It's truly meant to be divisive. A white husband and wife have been charged after the woman pulled a gun on a black mother and her children during a confrontation in a car park. It should have been in a parking structure. But this article is very, very verbally challenged. Footage of the incident in Orion Township near Detroit has been viewed millions of times on social media. It shows Jillian Woonstenberg pointing the cocked gun and shouting, "Get away." Local Sheriff Michael Bouchard said the confrontation had stemmed from a bump at the entrance of a restaurant. The Woonstenbergs have both been charged with felonious assault. They each had a loaded firearm, the sheriff said. The black family was not armed. Now, notice what they mean by black family. Mother and her children, no husband to be found. Now, as I thoroughly said before, I want you guys to take a very deep dive into this story. Because one thing that was the common theme between this story and the story of the officer that punched that black woman is the simple fact, if you look at both of those videos, you notice that the black women were antagonizing both of the people in these situations. Yes, yes, yes. A lot of black women love the ability that they're able to antagonize other people. And I'm going to explain why. For the longest time, black women in the black community have been able to outright terrorize black men. Now, someone would ask, what do you mean by that? Well, it's really simple. It is truly simple. The liberal policies put in place that allowed women to essentially remove the black man from the household and the actual rewriting of the black family, and the fact that black women knew that they could get the police sicked on black men at any given point in time. That's why they have no problems outright treating black men like shit all the time. Now, some of you would say, well, why come black men aren't able to actually go in and try to fix this? There is no fixing this. Why? Because there is an outright deep-seated hatred that a lot of black women in general have towards black men. Even if they've never met that black man, they've never met each other, there is still outright deep-seated hatred. Yeah. Once again, who created this monster? The liberals. The liberals created the black woman that is now going around terrorizing everyone. See, they were happy to see the black woman absolutely destroy the black community, emasculate the black man. Now, I'm going to refer back to something. I want you guys to take a look at this. If you guys will remember, there was a riot and there was a black mother who came out there and started beating on her son in public. And everybody said, yeah, she's a good mother. not realizing that she absolutely emasculated her son, who was actually standing up for something. But no, she took that away from him. They actually brought her on camera and said, yeah, good job, good job. Yeah, liberals were happy to see that. But when you think about it, a lot of black men were psychologically scarred by who? Their toxic mother. Yeah. However, now this creation is starting to turn against white people. You got to deal with this monster that you created. And I'm going to add to the fact that now a lot of white people, this is humbly my opinion, but a lot of white people have always been, had the mind state of the scary black man, the big scary black man. Now they're starting to see it's not us, it's black women in general that now they have to watch out for. Because a lot of black women do not have an off switch. They're going to continuously agitate the situation. They will not try to de-escalate in general. No, it's because they know they can play the same double minority card that a lot of liberals used to keep black men out of jobs. Now they're using that same card to fuck over everybody else. Now, what do I mean? If you look at the video of when the woman ended up pulling the gun, what was the first thing that the little girl jumped behind? Oh, you guys are racists. See, that right there is another shaming tactic used against white people. Yeah, it truly is. Now, the mother actually told the white guy, the husband, I'm going to beat your fucking ass. Yeah, they didn't put that part of the video out. They didn't put out the fact that this woman, the woman who pulled the gun, was actually pregnant. See, they didn't put that information out. Why? Because it's meant to be a divisive article, which is why I said you have to take a deeper dive into this. But insofar as the officer, once again, the woman approached him. She got into his personal space. She closed the distance. And as usual, a lot of black women, they love getting up in people's faces. Why? Because for the longest time, they were able to do that to black men with no consequences. However, a lot of people are starting to realize this, and a lot of people are starting to say, I'm not going to take this. You're not going to bully me like you've been able to do for the longest time. And I say, good. Good. A lot of people are really getting tired of black women. They're actually starting to see just how bad they have fucked up and destroyed the black community. But guess what? It is what it is. The only reason why black women have been able to get away with the shit that they've been getting away with is because of the government and the simps that they've been allowed to raise that will continue to let them have their screwed up behavior. But that's all coming to an end. And trust and believe, when the government finally decides that black women are no longer worth protecting, it's going to be a free-for-all. It's going to be a free-for-all because I guarantee you there are a lot of black men out there who've been run through the ringer, especially with child support. Yeah, some of them might put the mask on, but it is what it is. Read both of these articles. Let me know what you guys think. And ladies, this goes for all ladies. The power is still metaphorically out. Feminism is against the ropes. And trust and believe that veil of protection that you think that you enjoy from the government is going to go out one day. And trust and believe there will be a reckoning. That's all I got to say for this one. R.P.M. I am